Championships. The young phenomenon for America, concentrating on the Moscow World Championships. And here is the lineup then. A nice mix of nations, but the usual Ethiopian and Kenyan presence. So you saw on the first page Gashor from Ethiopia, the world number 2 this year behind Mary Cain. So in the 1500 metres, it's 3 3/4 laps of the track. And that's Schultz from Denmark. She starts on the inside. The short of Ethiopia, 4 minutes 10.37 at her best. Viljoen from South Africa. Rapensum from the USA. The tall figure, starting 4th in the running order. She's run 4 minutes 16 exactly this season. And sits comfortably inside the world top 10 because of that time. Siyayam from Ethiopia, another very talented Ethiopian distance runner. 3rd in the world this year, 4:14.4. Izumida of Japan, just outside 4 minutes 20 at her best. And Chepkemoi of Kenya, bouncing up and down. Bobby Clay of Great Britain, one of the smaller figures in the field, but ran very well to get to this final. And just over 4 minutes 18 at her best. Maxwell of the USA. We've got Dietz of Germany. Another athlete that's run just outside 4 minutes 18. And then China's represented by Zheng. And another South African, Ferreira, starts on the outside. So 12 athletes, 3 3/4 laps of the track. The girls' 1500 metre finals. Watch out as usual for the fast Africans. And the bare feet of Ferreira from South Africa gets us underway. So the athletes go down the back straight for the first time. And Chepkemoi of Kenya sits comfortably in the pack on the shoulder in 3rd position at the moment.
Gashor looking a bit uncomfortable, the fastest Ethiopian, just boxed in a little bit there, just putting her hands out. She's actually behind the Japanese leader. She's coming on the shoulder now perhaps seeing a clear way.
Yeah, a bit of a clearer run there for the Ethiopian. Athletes, of course, jostle who have started middle distance and long distance races to establish their position. They want the free run. But it is the Japanese athlete, Maki Izumida, that takes up the early lead. But the American, Frayson, has got the inside line though. 4 minutes 16 exactly, like I say, at her best. One of the fastest in the world this year. She ran that time just last month in Portland in Oregon. So she arrives here in good form.
69.93, so not particularly quick at 400 metres, and there's been quite a lot of just not quite sure of their positions here, and still not sure that Gashor will be particularly happy to be a little bit behind. But the other Ethiopian, of course, is running wide. That's Sayum wearing 3:19. He takes it up now with the Kenyan.
So Sayum, the Ethiopian, has a quick look over her right
here
shoulder
comes Gashor.
to
She's
see
got
where
out.
her friend is. Here she comes. Oh, but the American, though, Efraim, is trying to split the Ethiopian pair. Well, Sayum was definitely looking for her compatriot and the small, diminutive figure of Bobby Clay.
2 laps to go, and the 2 Ethiopians have made their way to the front. First Sayum of Ethiopia, and then the favourite Gashor of Ethiopia, who I think has just been biding her time, determined not to lead.
Totally, but someone that will lead, and here she comes. I've been waiting for Great Britain's Bobby Clay. Such a gutsy runner. The smallest in stature in the field, but she wants to take up this 1500 metre girls final. 16 years old in May was Bobby Clay. And she's taken this race by the scruff of the neck. She's trying to string them out, and she is doing a decent job at the moment. We're starting to lose about 4 athletes from the back of this first group. And Bobby Clay from Great Britain and Northern Ireland, the bold move, the brave move in this girls' 1500-metre final. But on the outside, Chepkemoi from Kenya, she's trying to come through, as is Gashaw from Ethiopia. So 400 metres to go in the girls' 1500-metre final. Bobby Clay of Great Britain and Northern Ireland not wanting to give way to the Ethiopian, who swings round and takes the lead. Siam from Ethiopia. The inside line as they go down the back straight for the final time. Ethiopia 1, Ethiopia 2.
The US Youth Champion and Efremson were giving them a really good go now, coming up onto the shoulder of the Ethiopian with just 200 metres to go, and Clay still battling hard in fourth.
The American is giving it all she's got. She's determined to try and split the Ethiopians, but it may be in vain because the two Ethiopians are speeding away. Gashaw from Ethiopia, Bobby Clay from Great Britain trying to get in. She's battling for bronze, but Gashaw from Ethiopia, she leads the way. Siam from Ethiopia is going to have to settle for silver. And 4 minutes 14.25 seconds. The world youth champion, Gashaw from Ethiopia. 4 minutes 14.25. Her teammate, well, Darwit Siam comes through for the silver, and there was a little bit of a battle, a little bit of a charge from Great Britain's Bobby Clay, but the bronze medal was won by Alexa Efremson from the USA. So once they'd sorted out their tactics, Peter, and found each other, the Ethiopians, well, they controlled it, but fair play there to Britain's Bobby Clay. She just missed out on a medal.
And this athlete, 317, I don't think I've ever seen an athlete run as badly. She's clearly the best in the race. She was all over the place. She got herself in all sorts of trouble, kept going round and in and out and all the rest of it. I mean, she was obviously much the best. She was determined not to lead, and in so doing that, I mean, she left herself back in 5th place and boxed in 6th, but of course she had plenty of time, and she came out and won, and it's an Ethiopian one too. So take nothing away from the brilliance of her victory. It was an awfully won race.
I'm sure as she goes along, she'll learn a little bit more about race tactics.
Well, as you say, Peter, such was her quality today. It didn't matter, but she will have to develop it as she goes older and heads towards major championships, maybe the World Juniors next year and senior championships beyond. But for now, Gashaw from Ethiopia is the world youth champion, and Siam from Ethiopia picks up the silver. And a wonderful bronze medal for the Americans. Efremson, 4 minutes 16.07 seconds behind the two Ethiopians. And Bobby Clay, the determined running of Bobby Clay, was rewarded with a personal best of 4 minutes 16.41.
So the Ethiopians are having a good time, and they're scoring quite a few victories over their great rivals, Kenya. Now, we're particularly delighted, obviously, the women having particular strength in recent years, at the fact that they've got the 1-2 here.
Well, at the end of day 3 of these championships, Ethiopia had 3 medals. And they've put a few more in the bag tonight, haven't they? With a good couple there from the girls' 50 runners.
Boys, high jump, and we see many of the medalists of today's finals.
Well, we've had a great heptathlon competition, but it did have its tragedies as well as its great successes. Huge number of personal bests from the athletes as we come to the medal presentation.
Medal ceremony, girls heptathlon. In 1 year,
report for the local department. The Donetsk Regional State Administration. Doing the honours here for the girls' heptathlon.